back. And, you know, we're nearing the end of this series. At least I think so. I don't really remember how many days there are, but we're already on what? That's at night 6? In theory, we might have only one more after this. But yeah, last time, where did we end off? If I remember right, we didn't end off anywhere positive. We still had no real clue as to what we were working with. Let's start off immediately by going over there. Any suspects, maybe? No. But yeah, no. We still have 3 suspects that are in the running. Hopefully she clears up one of them for us. I doubt she will. I highly doubt she will. But point is, I don't know. We really don't have much just yet. We have suspicions, and we can create a story about all the suspects, but that's about it. You pull up in front of the cemetery where you picked up Alexandre Leclerc. Leclerc. He'd been speaking to a man at the time, the caretaker. Maybe he will be able to help you. One of the windows in the small house next to the cemetery is lit up. You exit the cab and cross the street. There's the house mere yards from the cemetery's entrance. Massive iron gates probably stop the corpses from clearing the hell out of there. You walk up to the door and knock. A few seconds later, the cemetery caretaker appears. You barely saw him the night you picked up your customer. The guy is well over 6 feet tall and must weigh in over 200 pounds easy. 200 pounds of muscle, and the rest a thick, bushy mustache. Next to him, you're a real featherweight. Well, uh, sorry to bother you. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Oof, okay, it's been a while since I played, so I gotta get into the rhythm of reading again. I was on a roll last time, kind of. What about? Uh, Alexandre Leclerc. He decided to play it straight. Alexandre. He steps aside and you catch sight of a pair of slippers with dog heads. Big, sad eyes, furry muzzles, ears dragging over dirty floor tiles. Come inside. Be more comfortable. I'll go inside. You follow your host inside the house. The place, with its furnishings and decorations from a bygone era, seems to be stuck in a time warp until you catch sight of a collection of state-of-the-art knives on the wall opposite the door, that is. I think this guy, this old man, Alexandre, is gonna be a part of like some sort of, not rebellion, but like I don't know. So something about him seems a little weird, but not in the sense of like he's the killer or anything. I actually don't suspect him, surprisingly. The caretaker motions for you to follow him into the kitchen, where you are greeted by a bowl of shi- chicoroi coffee and formica table. Would you like something to drink? Chicoroi coffee is all I have. You never really know what chicoroi coffee is. You politely decline. I'm fine, thanks. He sits down with a shrug, cuts a large slice of runny cheese, and deposits it on a slice of bread. You watch him dip the bread and cheese into the chicoroi? Shikori? Shikori? I think that sounds right. That sounds better than whatever I was saying. Shikori, your appetite gone for good. Okay, pal, so what's up with Alexandre? Giving his daughter a little help. Do you know him well? Maybe. It all depends on what you want to talk about, pal. He takes up his bowl in an enormous hand, swishing its contents to get all the crumbs. He makes you feel comfortable. So do the knives hanging on the wall by the entrance. I just... Does he have a daughter? I think he mentioned he did. I just want to ask a few questions. Questions? What do you mean, questions? For his daughter. He hasn't been doing too well. The caretaker stands up all at once, the bowl and Tupperware container in his hands. He places them on the countertop near the sink and rifles through a pile of drying dishes. You know what? I don't think I'll be able to answer your questions. I don't do questions. For starters, I don't even like the word. He grabs hold of something, but with his bulk, you can't really see what it is. Alexandra, he told me they'd be coming around asking questions. He said it was up to me to decide what to do. Change has come over his voice. It's softer, almost a whisper. I will move. He's an old man. The two of us, we speak the same language. We both grew up in the country. We moved to the city thinking we'd get rich. We ended up surrounded by a bunch of old geezers, dead or alive. The two of us, still death do us part. We still won't move. No one messes with me. No one gives a damn about the cemetery caretaker. He turns around, a knife in his hand. You stand up almost without realizing it. Shut the door carefully when you leave. We don't want to let the dog out. Your heart is racing. A dog? You didn't notice any dogs. I hate dogs. You step some more, and almost as many breaths, and you're out the door and back in your cab. Shit. You start the cab and pull out, leaving the cemetery behind. The entrance gates disappear from the rear view, and your shaking stops. We got nowhere. We should have mentioned his daughter. But the reality is, that almost feels like, like it's not, it's quite guilty, don't get me wrong. Something is going on, but like I said, it feels more to do with the business. I think he's going to attack the business. I don't think it has anything to do with murders. The fluorescent lights irritate your eyes, and the smell of pee is wafting up from the space between the pumps. Interesting, though. Dang. Let's talk with him. Just fill up a little. I'm not really happy with that outcome. I keep trying to avoid the Tourette's lady. I just don't feel like fucking talking nonsense. I'm definitely not doing her voice. Come on, let's. Whatever. Let's just get it. I need money anyway. I think she tipped me quite well last time. Pricey perfume, fur around her neck, and a strange form of emotional trauma that causes her to say terrible things. Oh, it's you again. You know, urethral fart. I was thinking about the last time we met. You listened to me. I don't often cross paths with people who listen to me and don't make fun. I really appreciated it. She flashes a sweet, charming smile. Leaky condom. She gently shrugs her shoulders. Drive towards the 16 arrondissement, please. She purses her lips and manages to stifle the insult ready to escape. You start the car praying that this time around your passenger won't say anything during the ride. Your passenger heaves a sigh. I hope it doesn't bother you too much. For a second you don't know what she's talking about, but then, wench. Some days are harder than others. It must surprise people. Oh, it fuck does. More the teasing. You see. Cauliflower shaped anus. Nice. Uh, she seems decent, but she's got to be my least favorite one to read. Though it is kind of fun saying these random, nonsensical things. Our neighbor's son. She shakes her head. It's a long story. They're expats, Chinese. She works for Chanel, I think, and he for a big import-export company. Can't remember its name. Transatlantic Sodomite? Something like that, anyway. She sighs. She's getting annoyed with herself. Their only son used to come get help with his French from my husband and me. Now that we're separated, Rugrat. He still comes around, but he films me. Oh, he's discreet about it, of course. He slips his phone into the front pocket of his blazer and films me. He must think it's funny. An old lady who swears and calls everyone. She stops, purses her lips. She opens her mouth again. She's glassy-eyed. Maybe he even shares them with all of China. Shitty ass rugrat. Her mind wanders for a second. We don't really have any idea what's going on over there. My daughter said I might have become a dick. Internet star there. You raise your eyes to look at the passenger. The last syllable hangs in the air, oddly accentuated. I doubt they'd broadcast that. Her voice becomes screechy. You think? I don't know anything about any of that. It's beyond me. She raises her eyes abruptly to look at you. Plus, deaf P. Plus, I'm not a good influence on this boy. He's learning swear words. There's no way to learn a language. Especially not French. The language of love, the language of poetry, ballads. She smiles a very sad smile at you. Dick cheese! Her smile vanishes. That's why I no longer see my grandchildren. My son thinks it's better we wait until it passes. I think he's right. She stares right into your eyes. You can tell she doesn't believe what she just said. They don't support you? Yes, of course. Jean Roland is dear. Felches. But I don't want to bother him with this. He has his own problems, and I have mine. She lets out a little laugh, clearly designed to end the discussion. You're not far from your destination. In the back, your passenger is dousing herself with perfume. The smell is dizzying, overpowering, oppressive. Does this bother you? It's quite strong. My apologies. She blushes briefly. I've been wearing this hairy ass perfume for 25 years. It's such a big part of me, I don't even notice it anymore. It's the first present my husband gave me. Maybe it's time for a change. Change my perfume? Underfucked. Why? Have to. The remark hurt her. You can tell right away she lowers her eyes. What of it? He doesn't own this perfume. It's mine. You pull up in front of her building. She hands you the fare but doesn't move. Everything okay? Yes, it's just... I'm always anxious about going home so late. No one is there. Cunt, cunt, cunt. The lights on. Every noise seems suspicious. Flabby vaginal queef. She pauses. Could you wait until I'm home before you leave? Her voice is suddenly very deep, has a tone that makes your hair stand on end. Sure. Thank you. The passenger leaves the taxi and walks toward the lobby of her building. You watch her every move as she walks the dark meters between your taxi and the door. Choose not to mention that you do this for all your clients. Since the attack. Since you got hurt. Since you can't sleep like you used to anymore. She waves to you as the door closes. You just have enough time to get a glance at the white marble and shiny copper stairwell. The door slams. Oh, big tip. Thank you, lady. Um, did we pick this lady up? She looks familiar. Still no suspect. We really wanted to come across that one lady that we haven't met. Next passenger has that overtired look worn by so many young Paris Parisian Parisians. I've had this word a couple times before. I forget it. I pronounce it differently every time, I think. Parisians. She collapses in the back seat and mumbles an address on the other side of the city. You start driving. You discreetly watch her in the rearview mirror. Her face looks familiar. That's what I said. Maybe she's famous. Maybe you've driven her before. After a few minutes, you decide she must be a babysitter. Young, not necessarily wealthy, an expression of utter boredom on her face. You often pick up this kind, especially in nice neighborhoods. Since your passenger wants to talk about the killer, it's simple. Okay, this is just a little bit of evidence we get. Yep. I'll leave her alone. You choose to keep an eye on the road. Out of your window, Paris is just beginning to fall asleep. Occasionally, you catch her glancing discreetly at you, like maybe she recognizes you too. Several minutes go by before she dares break the silence. May I ask you something? She leans forward slightly. Well, uh, you and I have already talked. You may not remember, but I was babysitting for an Iranian family, and she leaves her sentence hanging. Of course, she smiles, though her eyes tell you she's not entirely sure you're telling the truth. It's not all at all the same situation anyway. These are new clients. Their son is totally weird. The word weird hangs suspended in the air for a few seconds. What do you mean, weird? It makes me feel really uncomfortable. He's disturbing. It's like I'm babysitting a future serial killer. You stare at her. Serial killer? Yeah, yes. She freezes. Promise not to laugh? You nod. She starts to talk. This evening, I was watching TV with the volume way down. Suddenly, I hear something ring in the kitchen. I get up off the couch and smell this super pungent stink of plastic. She wrinkles her nose like the stench had followed her all the way into the cab. I open the door. Smoke comes out. It's black, thick. There, in the microwave, I find, she sighs, a toy. A cartoon action figure. It was all melted on a plate, but you could still make out its shape and color. The kid did it. She slowly nods. Who else? So I go look in his bedroom. He's right there, lying still, eyes closed. He's asleep. Or at least pretending to be. But it had to be him. She's shaking. Her expressions begin to reflect the fallout from her surprise, fear. Shit. First time? No, not at all. Sometimes he sets traps just outside the bathroom. Traps? She nods. When I come out, there are tacks on the floor, thumbtacks? Oh, yeah. She closes her eyes, the memory of the pain come back to her, settles in. She moans lightly. Or once, I don't know how he did it, but I found a huge hairball in my coffee. She sinks in the back seat, like the nasty kind you pull out of shower pipes, you know? You can easily picture that kind of hairball. I thought I was going to throw up. Most of the time, it's just his looks or words he mumbles. I read him a story, and every time I turn the page, he's like, she imitates what appears to be the boy's voice. Is the bunny going to die? Is he going to kill the turtle? What's it feel like when you, she stops her imitation, shaking with disgust, crush a turtle with your foot? She shakes her head. Kids just don't talk like that. You need to talk to his parents. She stares at you. They know their son is different. She shuts her eyes. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but you're not far from your destination. But he's not normal. There's something twisted about him. Something wicked. No, I've been babysitting since I was 13. This is the first time I've seen anything like this. Kids are all good. Some are difficult, temperamental, violent even. But they're not rotten. She turns her head away when you pull up to her place. A minute goes by. You avoid her gaze. She avoids yours. She pays, and just before opening the door, she says, You have kids? You lie. No. Have you ever seen what kind of behavior, that kind of evil? I'll think about it. First, you hesitate to say yes. Your brother was cruel. He had something inside that pushed him to destroy, to hurt people. It was in his nature, like he was born a wolf and you a sheep. Something deep inside you tells you this young woman needs your support. I'll lie. Never. She watches you closely for a second, her eyes staring into yours. Thank you for listening in any case. No problem. Her smile hangs in the air. 1 minute later, your passenger is in the lobby of her building. You almost forget about her as your thoughts were so focused on your brother. Something tickles you. A breeze, maybe. You start driving so you don't have to think about it. Let us see. What are we working with? Maybe the news? Just trying to get some more information. No, nothing. Let's pick up this lady. Just like, oh, my favorite passengers here. Oh my god, is it future lady again? Oh my god. I'll be honest, I so don't care for future lady. Wait, we got it cut off. I have to. The young woman who claims she's from the future suddenly appears behind you. Sorry, it's almost impossible to connect these days. She looks down, talks into her mouthpiece. She's talking to someone else. I got it, don't worry. Keep the connection steady. She stares at you. I didn't get to finish telling you. She freezes. The second turns into minutes, and suddenly she moves. They're extremists, totally crazy. Some try to get a hold of anything remotely technological only to destroy it. They've gathered heaps of screens, keyboards, lamps to burn them. The fires last for days. Some days the sky is filled with toxic soot, black ash. I'm lucky, I guess. I can remember what it looks like before the children. Though, I feel most sorry for them. They're so lifeless, sad. She looks at you. You look surprised, but the image of her flickers, shakes. She raises her head to speak to someone outside the cab. Wait, they're getting closer? I don't know if I can stay much longer. I have to tell you one more thing. A few days ago, we got our hands on some newspapers from your time. Everything we read seemed trivial, and it felt so good we laughed about it, even though deep down, I missed those debates, stories, the editorials. She lowers her voice, especially the horoscopes. She doesn't say anything for a few seconds. You want to tell me something? I'll tell you something. Her face lights up. Yes. While we were reading through newspapers, we found some crucial information related to your investigation. Oh, is she actually gonna help me? Maybe I don't hate her. Now, don't try to. I can't tell you much, but I need you to write down what I'm about to say. Oh, she disappears. A few seconds go by and she doesn't come back. Hello? No answer. Silence reigns in the cab, terrifying silence. Only now do you notice a strange smell floating in your taxi. A hospital smell. Pull over. At the interference you make with the young woman's voice, I'm sorry, I can't come back. You hear someone scream in the background, "They're taking our antenna apart." Shit. Watch the files, not those, Raz, the other one. Voice sounds far away, then closer again. We had enough time to send you something. I don't know if I can be of any help, but it's under the seat. I'll look under the seat. Come on, please be something. Please be an answer. You feel around, and your fingers happen upon a file folder. You pull it out slowly. Scribbled on front in thick pencils are the words, "Thank you, Jay." You open it up, a newspaper clipping. The paper is yellowed, worn. At the top of the article, a date. The date is 2 years from now. You stop reading as you start reading the clipping. Oh, I wonder what thing she gave me. You inhale, you smile. This will help you. Wow, and here I was ready to, like, be angry that I got her. Let's talk to my friend, Jackie. She said she was going to help us last time, ask around, see if she learned anything. But yeah, no, hopefully she gave us something good. I don't, like, it's the future lady. Surely she gives us something good. The door opens, Jackie settles into the back seat. She's a regular. Good to see you, hun. You smile and start the cab. I've got some news for you. Shoot. She stares at you intently. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into. She leans in a little closer. Her voice is deep and warm. It has a hypnotic effect on you. Anyhow, listen up. I know this guy who works in. She starts telling you about him. At first, you don't see the connection with the investigation. Then, the penny drops. When she's done, she leans back against her seat. Thanks, Jackie. I owe you one. Yeah, I know. She gives you a wink. Suddenly, she seems pensive. Everything okay, Jackie? The sound of your voice almost makes her jump. Yeah, everything's fine. She opens her eyes wide. Well, just wait till you hear the latest, hon. I had a very unusual visit last night. There's a note of surprise in her voice and a hint of sarcasm. Very unusual. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned it, but there's this politician who comes around every now and then. Doesn't ring a bell. Lately, your head has been elsewhere. Very powerful politician. No, I don't think so. You probably weren't listening to me, honey. She gives you a mischievous wink. I was just finishing up with a client when there was a knock on the door of my van. I looked out the back window, two guys, well dressed, cop written all over their faces. I get my client to quietly exit by the front door. She smiles as she recalls the scene. You should have seen Mitchell? Michael? Michael? Michael, sure. Michael climbing over the seats. There isn't much space in there, and Michael's one big lump of kindness. Real sweetheart. So anyhow, once he's off, I open the back door. Two guys climb into the van and start looking around. I'll let her go on. The guys, they were built like tanks. They started asking all kinds of questions. How long I worked there, how many clients I have at night, the name of my pimp. I work alone, I told them. I'm freelance. Startup nation and all that. She burst out laughing. Those guys didn't think it was very funny. They asked me if I know. She stiffens. Well, you know who. I say that I do, of course. He's Secretary of State after all. Wink. But is he a client too? I tell them I couldn't say. He's one of your clients. That's why we're here, just to make sure you keep quiet. The guy gives me his card. He's with the police. A very special unit. You know what I mean? I'll nod. She shrugs. I don't get flustered, just say okay. I couldn't care less about my clients' outside lives. Whether they're married, they have kids, they're CEOs, or working stiffs. I don't give a damn. I know people change, they do stupid things. They're born and they die. I know better than anyone. That's what I tell them. Two guys, they don't move a muscle. Don't even bat an eyelid. And the older of the two says, so we can count on you? While he's speaking, he starts pointing to stuff in my van, because all this stuff in here isn't exactly legal. I pretend to have no idea what he means. She heaves a sigh. It's a pain in the ass. I've been working for 20 years now, almost 9 at the boys. I know how things work. These guys intimidate you, grill you for information, don't pay when they want to get laid. All the cops take advantage of us, whether the local police, National Police Force, or the French FBI. She's staring at you. I won't react. With a shrug, she turns her back to the street. You're not far from your destination now. You continue in silence for a few moments. What is he like? Well, honey, she seems genuinely saddened. I don't pass judgment on clients. It's not a contest. She stops short. Luckily for me, and for that matter, a peal of laughter brightens the atmosphere. All I can say is that he's a world-class hypocrite. He's a client, regular too, but when he was a member of the House, he voted against us. It's hard to imagine what goes on in their heads. They are so removed from reality, as if they were celebrities or something. She breaks off. The thing about him, however, he's a believer, a hypocrite, and a believer. A politician. Pull up to Jackie's place, the engine is humming. She watches you closely for a minute or two. You and I, we can tell each other everything. Right, hun? You manage to smile as best as you can. Yes, of course. Truth is, she hands you the fare. You drive too slow. It's not the destination that counts, it's the journey. Not when you're going home. Well, good night, honey. She gives you a smile and gets out the vehicle. You follow her with your eye. Suddenly you feel shooting pain in your side. A groan escapes you. You catch your breath. Then you're on your way. But she said she gave me her fare. Well, I mean, we did discuss that she wouldn't. I owed her, so it's no problem, really. Yeah, let's go home. We won't push the thing. This felt like a very quick day, didn't it? I don't know. We'll see what that one. Oh, what happened? Oh, time ran out. We didn't do anything for the first hour. We didn't get anywhere with the questioning and the clues. We didn't even earn that much money. Oof. Yeah, no. We met Miriam. Ooh, that hurt. You don't remember Miriam at all? I don't. I don't think we came across her. Freaky boy she sits for. And you decided to lie. Well, I mean, the lie was to support her. She wanted to hear a specific answer, and I gave it to her. Huh. She gave me a clue. I'm really interested what the clue is. Oh, okay. Yeah. I accidentally skipped. I don't think there's much importance in the recap. Bus goes by. Oh, did she just staple it on? Wait, where's the file? Is it here already? Where is it? Uh, we don't have any new information. What? What the heck? This was heard at a gas station. But this is pretty big if that's the truth. Victim 1's death equals scapegoat. It points directly to her, if that's true. Like I said, I really don't think it's him. She's a very clear, like, dark horse in the sense that she can very well be who did it, but at the same time, I don't feel comfortable suspecting her without, like, a clear motive, which I simply can't, like, create. I don't have anything that suggests any motive for her. Her, like I said, there's these two have motives, very clear ones, in fact. But I understand it says he's in good physical state, but he's an alcoholic grandfather. I don't think he's gonna be pulling that much, you know, like all this. It's the only thing that really like supports him being the culprit is the passion with which these crimes are committed. It's very clear somebody's doing this with clear passion. Her, she is also very suspicious, but I just don't see her having the passion. His bit of evidence counteracts her directly. So these two are very, like, very much so. These two stories are counteracting one another. And her, like, I just don't have a story for her. Yeah, we don't have any documents. I really don't know why I don't have that. But yeah, no. That's where we'll leave it. This was a quick episode. I'm just as surprised as you, really. But uh, yeah, next one should be the last one. And I expect you to have been paying attention, okay? You better know what's happening, because there will be a quiz at the end of the next video. And I expect you to get it right. Alright, either way, that's the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. See you later, and goodbye.